This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. This is the 30th of June, very last day. I have my vest inside out. I'm going to put that on right. Yes, and unfortunately, Hayfully is having their summer party, and so unfortunately we have those idiots standing out there and watching. They'll probably clap their hands. Who knows what they'll do anyway, but they're will and always in the process of provoking the birds. We have crows. You see, there are nothing but Hayfully, but we have crows on the church. And Petey, come Petey, come up on the hood, Petey. And Seymour and a few crows here, and Seymour's up on the ledge. I don't see too many, and some ducks. We have some ducks here. Bryant's in the car. Just picked him up from the from the hospital. Wow. Yeah. Well, the internal bleeding was just something that came from the part of the post-op for having the gallbladder out. Something there didn't work out so great. And yes, it's cooler today. We actually got some rain. Today, if you could believe that. So, I'm going to get started here. I want to thank you for all your nice comments. I haven't had time to answer them yet. It took Miele and me 6 hours. Poor Miele was 6 hours in his little cage. That's how long the whole thing with the vet took today. That's just a long day. I left at 8:45, and I got home at 2:30, 2:45. Just think about that. That is really a long day, especially for poor Miele. So we'll get here. There's something on the field. Oh, now we have I should say, the poo is all soft. The cow manure is all soft. So we'll take the shortcut here, okay? And it's cool today. It is really cool today compared to how it has been. But it was the best day to take Miele to the vet, because he was very comfortable and cool, and there was no problem. Look at this ground though. It's cracked. Like, reminds me of the faults, the San Andreas Fault in California. No, the little small fissures, I guess I call them. Fissures. Anyway, yeah, you can actually see them in the soil. And I went down to look at one of the big cracks in the San Andreas Fault. It's quite something. So, anyway, in the state of California in USA. There's our little pair of ducks. So I'm just looking for a spot to sit this down here. It's just so disgusting. Okay. All right, let's put our nuts down first. I put some chicken in there as well. So I think we'll put everything down over here. So I have an audience over there. I guess those are the smokers over there. It could be those are their representatives from throughout sales team throughout Switzerland. Could be. I have no idea. But if I do accomplish getting this film done here, this documentary, I'm going to work very hard to make sure it happens. I will faithfully will play a big part in there, okay? Because the destruction of birds, their rooftop feeding, and all of that is really, really very, very bad. What hatefully did to the birds and to me, physically hurting me, holding me against my will, calling me an English whore. Talk about the words they used on me, about insulting. Okay, so that's really, really something. I'll put this over here. There's no good place to put this here, is there? No matter where you go. Okay, that there. There's our Seymour. There's plenty of eggs in there, and I fried up some of those little chicken tenders that I had from last winter, this past winter, and I never used them. Somehow Charlie didn't want them and forgot about them, and so there's our little birds. There's our little ducks. Wow, does that duck look like he couldn't walk right? Well, I got grain in there, muesli. Of course, they have their cat food. They have nuts in there, the peanuts. Of course, they have their shelled peanuts in the shell, and they have walnuts. So it's a good little sprinkling there of good things to eat. So, well, I can hear those idiots laughing from over here. So far, they haven't done anything against the birds, but I guarantee you, I'm on their target. They're probably talking about me. By the way, just to reinforce what I was saying about children and how bad they are, can be so bad, can be, not all children, but here in Kreuzlingen, the children are, at least at this school, very, very bad to the birds, okay? And here in Kreuzlingen. But overall, it's not just Kreuzlingen, but it's children worldwide. Somehow, the children of our future generations have very little sympathy for wildlife and animals in general. I don't know what is happening here. Obviously, they're getting that from their parents or the media or whatever. I don't know what the problem is, okay? But there is no way that the children in this generation now, somewhere between, what, I would say 5 to 15, could anywhere be in charge for the future of this planet, okay? That they, I don't see them as our saviors, okay? Protecting the environment, protecting the extinction of species. I don't see it. And I have an article that I posted in the description, and it's the last link, and it's an article from New Zealand, which should be a progressive country. New Zealand has a lot of tourism. Of course, their view on animal rights is rather sad in many cases, but this article is about a competition where there was a competition for shooting feral cats for 14 and under. And there was some outcry to that because the people were afraid that they would get their own cats. They're leaving their own cats roam around, and they were afraid they'd get shot. So they did away with the under 14 group, but over 14 still stood. And obviously there was a group for the adults, and it wasn't just about feral cats, but also pigs, deer, possums, and the like. You'll see it in the link, but you should look at it. Well, when the animal activists came, because there is a movement in New Zealand, obviously, to try and protect animal rights and try to, further the cause of animal rights and welfare. When the activists got there, the children had dead feral cats that they were swinging around